Hi, my name is Paul Sargent. Welcome once again to AP Euro Bit by Bit. And today we're going to take a look at naturalism. Now, naturalism was a natural growth, I guess, out of the humanist and artistic revival of the Renaissance. The idea behind naturalism is that depicting everyday objects, everyday people, and their everyday lives was an okay thing to do with art. No longer did we have to be religious. When we get to the Northern Renaissance, there's less emphasis on the mythological as well. And there's an emphasis on the natural world and people's natural place in it. There's no better, in my opinion, example of this than the art of Jan van Eyck. Now I have to admit here that this is a personal choice here. Jan van Eyck is one of many naturalist painters, but the idea behind naturalism is that the people who are commissioning the artwork were more concerned with the natural world. And this is especially true in the Northern Renaissance, because largely money for the pieces of art is coming from this rising middle class who has disposable cash and who wants to show off their wealth, even though they don't have some sort of noble titles because their great whatever grandfather fought in the Crusades and made a name for themselves. And especially when it comes to places like Bruges and Amsterdam, you have this incredible rise of the Dutch. One thing that amazes me about the pictures of Jan van Eyck is the detail that's available. Using the new styles of oil on canvas, Jan van Eyck is able to get an almost photographic quality to his pictures. In other words, if you look, we're going to zoom in here on this picture and see the absolute level of detail that he has. You almost feel like you could reach out and touch things in this painting. But not only that, he's also playing with an entirely different type of perspective. We're used to from seeing Italian Renaissance paintings having pretty much a single point perspective. Everything descends towards one vanishing point. But Jan van Eyck starts playing with it. Look at the mirror in this painting. Not only is the mirror distorting the perspective of what it's reflecting, but it's reflecting back on him, painting a picture of the mirror, reflecting back on him, which he's painting, and is reflecting back on him, etc., 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 etc. Now, if you look at this portrait of Giovanni Arnolfini and his bride, you'll see that there's an emphasis on the things they have. These are commercial elites now who are starting to patronize these paintings. We're starting to pay for these paintings. And they want to show off the wealth that they have and the disposable income that they have. They're surrounded by all their belongings, they're surrounded by their love for one another, and they're being depicted in an everyday kind of world. This is what naturalism is all about. But again, the detail that Jan van Eyck brings to this painting absolutely makes it unbelievable. Another great example of Jan van Eyck's not only talent but also attention to detail is his man in a red turban, in which he tries to make things so realistic that we can even see the stubble on the man's chin. And some art historians will say that this is the first example in modern art in which the subject is actually looking back at the audience, as if he's engaging us and pulling us in with his eyes. All of these things are new. They're all a departure from the art of the Middle Ages, and they're a departure from the art of the Italian Renaissance as well. Oil is the key to all of this. So it's important to understand that Jan van Eyck was not the only naturalist painter of the Renaissance. Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci, Peter Bruegel the Elder, and Rembrandt are all good examples of naturalism. But they all reflect the same thing. The people who were paying for the paintings, the patrons of these paintings, were not the Catholic Church. They were not the elite necessarily. They were commercial people who were gaining wealth. And in the Italian Renaissance, okay, yeah, maybe they were princes and things like that. So all of these painters were really influenced by the patrons who were paying for the things that they were painting. Now keep in mind that, yes, there's a difference between the way things are portrayed in the Italian Renaissance and the Northern Renaissance. And even Rembrandt could be pushed into the Baroque. But the idea of naturalism is that the individual is important. and that individualism is increasingly desired by the princes and the commercial elite who are paying for these paintings. I cannot emphasize that enough. That's the main idea here. And while we could go into lots and lots of artists, we don't have time for that. All right, hey, there's one more thing that I'd like to emphasize, and that's this. Look, if someone's commissioning a painting to go up in a public building or in a church or something like that, hey, what the subject matter is and how it's depicted is one thing. And you see in the Italian Renaissance a number of nudes as people experiment with the physique of the human body. But if you're a merchant in Northern Europe who's trying to commission a painting to put in your home, you're not going to want to put naked ladies in your paintings because your wife doesn't want to see that when she comes home every day. As she works around the house or whatever, she doesn't want to see this. So she wants to see these nice pictures of her and you, and yeah, how happy you are, how wealthy you are, how wonderful life is, not being compared to Aphrodite every single day. Keep that in mind. With that in mind, I hope you understand what naturalism was all about. My name is Paul Sargent. This is AP Euro Bit by Bit. Please subscribe if you enjoy these things and you're learning something, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.